Rivals, welcome to Bax Attacks. I've got an update on the Malice event for you, about 15 hours into the event. But before I do, I want to just clarify something that's going on. I made a tweet earlier regarding that I was being able to see the progress by some help from other kingdoms and making new friends. And some folks took that to mean that it was destroying my kingdom, Touch Arcadians. And I want to make it very clear that is not the case. What is happening is that Touch Arcadians is a good group of folks, active players, but not a full-size kingdom, and not everyone was available this weekend, so we basically had no chance to make Malice, but a number of the players were still very interested in that, and so the team worked together, started networking, talking to other friends, and we were able to find a home for every player who wanted to seek Malice in other kingdoms. And we're making some new friends in the process. We'll be going back to Touch Arcadians when we're done, and I don't see this event as in any way harming the kingdom, but in helping to build some friendships across the entire community. In my first update, I mentioned that Bax Attacks had joined Hongkong Baby, and that a number of Touch Arcadian players had gone to Soulfire, two excellent kingdoms. And so now I just want to give a shout out to a third kingdom that has opened its doors and looked for some help and the ability to go after Malice together. And so for that, I'd like to shout out the kingdom Fire Element. Fire Element is a very strong kingdom with high fame and a lot of players in Arena, and they also had a few folks who didn't want to go for Malice, so we're able to jump in there. They were able to take in Don Juan, Ben, and Karasina. So if you guys have other experiences, positive or negative, with kingdoms working together or kingdoms falling apart, love to hear back on that in the comments today. Okay, so let's take a look at the leaderboard at 3 days, 8 hours left in the event. And we see here the Smashers and Hoplite are absolutely crushing it. They and China Elite already have the Malice Dragon. Dragon Slayers is right behind them. Number of very strong clans also up in the running, heading very close to silver. Hongkong Baby is at the 21 mark. They're hoping to get at least a bronze statue, so they're working hard at it. Now there are a number of other kingdoms also doing extremely well. Within the kingdom, we have a couple folks already with over 500 souls. Aaron and Owned and Andy and a few others, so they're doing extremely well. So I'd like to show you some nice attacks from Hongkong Baby. This one by Aaron was the one where he got his 500th soul, and Siku is one of the ancients that he's using most often. This is a Stronghold 14 he's going against. And he's got Primus Magens in there to reduce the flame damage a little bit. And using Siku for the major splash damage and big troops and spell towers to attack each other. And he took out that stronghold very nicely. So he's seeing a nice high win percentage, not too surprisingly. So nice job, Aaron. And just for fun, he's cleaning it up. Next up, an attack by Owned. And he likes to try new things, so he wanted to show me this attack where he's showing the power of Golgog. Look at this pile of Maulers, they're surrounding the building, and using that first spell, and boom! They did a massive 4% damage on the stronghold, and Viscaria just does cleanup. It's all over once the Maulers take care of that. So yeah, probably not the best use of Golgog. And the funny thing is, by accident, he forgot to switch off his Ancient, and so he used them the next attack. So I gotta show you how that one turned out. Fortunately, it's not too strong a base for him. It looks like a Stronghold level 13. And I don't know about you guys, but I have certainly done this a lot to forget to switch my Ancient. So fortunately, the pathing into the center is not too difficult. Golgog's first spell is really not that useful, but the second one is a Wave of Fire. It looks like Soulworks, but it costs 10 mana, and instead of doing about 100 or so points of damage, it's doing about 350. So combined with a Viscaria sweep, that's actually pretty useful. Third spell not so great, so he's trying to do the best he can using just the second spell, and it's going to be a close one. But he uses it to knock out the freeze tower and get the pressure off the troops, and he just squeaks out a win there. Nice job. And I asked Aaron to show another attack using Siku. And the example here is a really good example of funneling. He's sending troops in on the 2 flanks to cut off distractions, and then the main force will be going toward the center. He's using Taliesin to soften up the troops and again remove some of the distractions. The first spell of Siku, Battle Lament, protects them from those spell towers. And there goes the third one down. The Flare Tower and the Fire Tower, 2 of the biggest threats, are fighting each other instead of the troops. So a really smooth, really strong example of how to attack a Stronghold 14 using Siku. And next up, Luxine showed 2 defensive replays, and whoa, wait a minute. What is that dragon? Look at that! Malice in action against us. Who's the fight from? China Elite, one of the 3 kingdoms right now that has Malice. And they are going to give us a little bit of a clinic on how to use it early. Good deal. Sorry for you, Luxine, but good for the rest of us. Alright, Malice is looking pretty fine. Powerful sweep. Look at the damage already on the Stronghold and the Primus Conduit. Wow. Alright, sending in the troops. The sweep gives a lifesteal ability that'll help protect the troops. They'll come in behind and help do some damage. The spells look like they're doing some protection there, and that may have been a masochism. I'm not sure, I can't recognize the spells, but wow, Malice just tore that base apart. And Luxine was very unlucky, getting hit again, this time by Category C of Hoplite. Look at that. Hoplite was the first kingdom to get the dragon. Look at that wave of Mana Hunters coming down. Holy cow. They're not taking any damage. I wonder, that might be the masochism spell again. They are just sweeping across. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's incredible. Thanks for sharing those defenses. Alright, let's shift gears, head on over to Soulfire, the other kingdom we're partnering with. They are currently ranked 104 with over 5,000 souls, so they are more than on target to get Malice, doing well, and about 400 or so for the top soul gatherers in that kingdom. The atmosphere in Soulfire is kind of fun. They work hard, they play hard, they have a lot of fun together. And Jake was pointing out Taliesin is fun to use. Folks are trying a different variety of ancients here. And on this one, he's got basically looks like a wall of soldiers, a little bit of other troops behind that. Taliesin as the dragon and the ancient, not using many spells up front so as to not fire up the flare tower too much. And then he unleashes the third spell of Taliesin, which is basically going to chain around as the different buildings go down. And Taliesin's going to be able to take the Stronghold out as well, so effective both as Dragon and Ancient. Wow, that is what you call a quick finish to a base afterwards. You're right, Jake, that was a fun one, thanks. This next one by Great Outdoors is another Lightning Ancient using Adhira to attack this base. Having a little bit of fun with it. And he made a comment here that Adhira tells the base to be quiet, so let's see how that works out. Alright, there's the Magnetic Pulse, keeping all the defenses quiet. And there's another Pulse, keeping them quiet again. And one more. Okay, now that makes sense. That is a very good use of the Magnetic Pulse against some very dangerous buildings, and he takes down that base quickly. And Great Outdoors shared one more nice attack as he reached 6,000 honor mark. I'm hearing that from several other players. With all this attacking going on and several people leaving their stronghold outside, folks are doing well in the arena. It does seem that there were more strongholds outside at the beginning of the event than there are now. That's kind of interesting as to why that may or may not be happening. I've seen a number of them as well. Often, if I can, I'll take that and leave without the gold, just as a thank you. Alright, and it looks like he's using Siku here. There's the Aria spell again. turning the buildings on themselves. The freeze tower froze everything, letting the troops sneak up and take down the stronghold. So very nice attack, very nice use of the Siku. Thanks for sharing that, Great Outdoors. So I hope you're liking these Malice updates. Let me know if you are or not in the comments or anything else you'd like to see, and thank you for watching.